With WITN Sports, here's Tyler Feldman.
They've won 6 straight, and in their series against Charlotte, they've won 10 straight. I compare these Pirates to a tasty buffet. They've got a little bit of everything. Strong pitching, great hitting, solid bullpen, basically all you can eat.
Billy, yeah, it's pouring out here. It's miserable, but I don't even care. The Conley crazies don't care. The coaches don't care, and the players don't care because we have high school football. I guess I'm using my turn signal.
You use your turn signal?
I just put my turn signal on. Hey, I made a left turn.
Most 20-year-olds are probably striking out of their college accounting class this semester, but Carson Wisenhunt is striking out in a different way. Now, I did talk to Cincinnati offensive line coach Ron Crook. He told me he's got some big guys up front, and in the trenches, that's where ECU has had a ton of problems. Historic is one way to put it, and that's because for the first time in the ACC tournament, 66-year history, tonight's 2 semifinal matchups feature 3 of the top 5 teams in the country. It's a huge deal, and it's also a big deal for the lone representative for the Hornets, Kemba Walker, the point guard for Buzz City. He's averaging nearly 25 points per game. 40 minutes away from puck drop in the loudest house in the NHL. These towels, this is what fans will receive tonight.
Phone call drops.
And so does the phone.
And so does the phone.
The phone falls off the top of the car.
So,
but the Panthers, they did not drop this one tonight. They pick up a huge win.
The Pirates, they're 8-3 at home this season. They've won 7 of their last 8 games here inside Minges Coliseum. And Billy, just when it seemed like the Canes had some momentum after that DeHaan goal, Tuukka Rask, he stayed tall in net, didn't he? Last chance for UNC. Michael Carter, get out of bounds. He does it. Mac Brown's like, we have 1 second left. No, coach, you don't. That's how the ball game ends.
The crazies, let's hear it, guys. We got
Go Vikes! Go Vikes!
Dave Scherer, back to you.
When you look into his eyes, what do you see? Do you see the person, or do you see the runner? If you ask Taylor Anthony, he'd like you to see both.
You may feel like you want to, I don't know, throw up before you get to the finish line. But if you have to throw up, just throw up and keep running.
Ronnie, it's what has helped the Christ Covenant Jr. overcome all of the obstacles thrown his way.
I guess we can kind of start at the beginning, right?
Taylor was diagnosed with Asperger's as a young child. Kim and Stephen Anthony knew they'd have several challenges to overcome as parents. Together, they were constantly looking to give their oldest of 3 a sense of belonging.
We tried soccer and other sports, and they were kind of a disaster.
That all changed, though, in 5th grade when Taylor put on his running shoes for the first time and placed 3rd in his first ever 5K.
After that, he was kind of hooked.
From that point on, running became Taylor's community.
But what really mattered was the effort that I was willing to put into this.
Go Taylor! Go Taylor!
That effort turned running into Taylor's safe haven. But then in 9th grade, Taylor was crunched with yet another obstacle, type 1 diabetes.
I think one of the first things he asked me when he was in the hospital after his diagnosis, he asked me, Dad, can I still run?
I think the combination of both me and my parents were like, we're not sure if we can do this. This might be too much to ask. But, we gave it a try.
And boy, did he ever. 1 year later, as a sophomore, Taylor won his first ever cross-country state title.
We're super proud of him.
Then he did it again this year as a junior.
The truth is that he just works tirelessly at it.
Taylor Anthony, 2-time, back-to-back state champion cross-country runner.
He wants other people to see his challenges and know that his faith and his perseverance have gotten him through.
So, when you look into his eyes, what do you see?
His character and the way that he supports his team.
Taylor sees a great runner.
I'm not trying to brag or anything.
But knows his purpose is to distance himself as an even better person.
I've been trying to learn how to be a role model for such a long time now. Eventually, when you keep searching, you find it.
In Winterville, Tyler Feldman, WITN Sports. Every season for the past 18 seasons, ECU baseball has honored the life and legacy of number 23. Keith LeClaire left us way too soon, but his memory lives on through ECU baseball. The Pirates 39-14 all-time in the annual Keith LeClaire Classic, going for win number 40 and the series sweep today against App State. The Pirates beat the Mountaineers Friday night and Saturday afternoon, and we're looking for Carson Whisenhunt to stay hot and continue his stellar pitching on yet another perfect afternoon at Greenville. Whisenhunt, the freshman, the lefty, allowing just 1 earned over 5 innings, striking out 6. He now has 27 punch-outs in just 3 starts so far this season. So Whisenhunt gets it done on the bump. As for the Pirate bats, Thomas Francisco, RBI single here in the first gives ECU an early 1-0 lead. Then in the second, Connor Norby, he extends his hit streak to 18 on this run-scoring infield single. 3-0 Pirates after 2 full as ECU brings out the brooms. 10-2 over App State. Here's Cliff Godwin getting chills about making his former head coach proud. Now, right next door inside Minges Coliseum, ECU basketball was playing its second home game this week, wrapping up its COVID-shortened regular season against Cincinnati. The Pirates' first matchup against the Bearcats was canceled back in mid-January because of COVID-19. Surprise, surprise. But this time around, the Pirates and Bearcats were both jockeying for position in next week's conference tournament. There's J.J. Miles, one of 6 seniors on this year's ECU basketball squad. They were all honored pregame. But during the game, it was junior Jaden Gardner taking charge. Game-high 23 points for the big man. As for Miles, he had 8 points. These 3 putting ECU within 1 with 17 minutes left to play. Brandon Suggs, meanwhile, joining Tristan Newton with 13 points. Pirates down just 2. But the Bearcats, too bombastic at the rim. Micah Adams-Woods throwing it up. Tari Eason throwing it down. Wow, what a play. One of several big-time jams for the Bearcats in this one as Cincinnati pulls away late. 82-69, which means the Pirates get the 11 seed for the upcoming AAC tournament and will face number 6 UCF Thursday night. Here's head coach Joe Dooley on the craziness of this season. On now to the ice, where the Carolina Hurricanes were in search of their 5th consecutive win, hosting the Florida Panthers tonight inside PNC Arena. The Canes 10-3 this season with James Reimer between the pipes. And luckily for Canes fans, there's James Reimer making his 13th start of the season. Late first period, still no score. Canes on the power play. And it's Vincent Trocheck who buries his 13th goal this season to give Carolina the 1-goal lead. Second period we go. Still 1-0 Canes. Nino Niederreiter. What a shot. His 11th goal this season. 2-0 Canes. Now 3-1 in the third. Warren Fogle breakaway. 5-0 score. Canes win their 5th in a row. 4-2 over the Panthers. Cindy, back in 2019, the playoffs in Carolina for the Hurricanes. It was an exciting time. Would like to see them get back there. They are really, really good. So I think they'll have a shot. It's just a very competitive and very short but long season. A lot of games, a little time. We'll see how they finish out the second half.